Ancient Anatolia. The first Turkish footprints. We found runic alphabets in Erzurum and Siberian-style petroglyphs in Hakkari. This isn't Central Asia. This is ancient Anatolia. Long before 1071, early Turkic tribes were already claiming this land. Here is the archaeological proof. 1. Hakkari, Tushin, and Gevaruk plateaus. The archive of steep mountains. It is one of the most striking and oldest rock art, petroglyph, centers in Anatolia. Found on these plateaus, with altitudes reaching 3,000 meters, there are thousands of figures engraved on massive rocks, mountain goat motifs. The most common figure is the mountain goat, ibex, which is the symbol of independence, power, and sacredness in Central Asian Turkic culture, and was even the symbol of the Göktürk state, the Khaganate stamp. Hunting scenes and shamanism. Mounted and pedestrian hunters, warriors using bows and arrows, and drive hunts conducted with the help of dogs are depicted. The drawing technique, line and pecking technique, is an exact replica of the rock paintings in the Altai Mountains, Mongolia/Russia. Sun and trapping. Circular motifs symbolizing the sun and drawings of mechanisms set up to trap animals reflect the daily realities of early nomadic life. 2. Kars, Kaosman Kamushlu, and Gayikli Tepe, the gateway from the Caucasus. Kars is one of the first stops for the tribes descending into Anatolia via the Caucasus, and the basalt rocks here are practically an open-air museum. Deer and the Tree of Life. At Gayikli Tepe, Deer Hill, which takes its name from the figures upon it. Drawings of large antlered deer draw attention. In ancient Turkic belief, the deer is a sacred guide that carries souls to the afterlife. Additionally, the first examples of the Tree of Life, Ukay Hatun, motifs in Turkic mythology are found here. Silhouette technique. The paintings here were made using the silhouette technique, where the inside is completely carved out, rather than the contour technique, where only the outlines are drawn. This feature directly connects them to early Turkic art in Azerbaijan, Gobustan, and Siberia. 3. Erzurum, Kuni Cave, the transition from picture to writing. The Kuni Cave in Karayazi, Erzurum, is of immense importance as it harbors not only pictures, but also the first traces of writing, alphabet, in Anatolia. Runic inscriptions and stamps, tamgas, signs resembling the letters of the Göktürk runic alphabet used in the Orkhon inscriptions, have been found on the cave walls. Furthermore, property stamps, tamgas, thought to belong to Oghuz tribes, are engraved on the rocks. These stamps act like title deeds, indicating which tribe's posture or homeland that region was. Mounted cavalry, figures of horsemen using stirrups, the foot support used while riding a horse, are clearly visible. The stirrup is a revolutionary invention introduced to world military history by the Turks, allowing for accurate archery on horseback. 4. Erzincan, Kemaliye, Dili Valley, newly discovered history. This valley, which has attracted attention in recent years, has further deepened the roots of the Turks in eastern Anatolia. Orkhon inscriptions on rock. Thousands of petroglyphs and stamps belonging to Turkic tribes have been found on the rocks in the valley. This area was used not only as a hunting ground or transit route, but also as a sacred gathering center, Oyova, where religious and social rituals were performed. Figures resembling shaman drums and ritual dances are quite clear. 5. Ankara, Kudul, Salihler village, the secret in central Anatolia. While the traces in eastern Anatolia explain the migrations coming through the Caucasus, the discoveries in Kudul, Ankara, have shattered conventional assumptions. This is because they show that Turkic tribes infiltrated and settled as far as central Anatolia in very early periods. Kurgans, burial mounds, around Salila village, nearly 100 tombs of the Kurgan type, an ancient Turkic tomb architecture, have been found. A kurgan is a monumental tomb where the deceased is buried with their belongings and sometimes their horse, and is covered with stone and earth in the shape of a piled mound. Balbel-like stones, erected stones complying with the tradition of erecting balbels, stones that symbolize the enemies killed by the deceased during their lifetime and are believed to serve them in the afterlife, have been identified around the tombs. Bow arrow and cavalry petroglyphs. Also in the Osmaliyatak Valley, petroglyphs of mounted cavalry drawing bows, perfectly matching the Central Asian tradition, confirm the identity of those who built these kurgans beyond any doubt. These archaeological sites demonstrate that the Turks conquered Anatolia with rock paintings, kurgans, and stamps long before the sword.